Hey Ben,
Yes, Bex.
how many things can you make out of a loaf of bread?
Well, let's find out.
Hey there, I'm Bex, and I help small business owners get more visible online by having a blog on their website.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I help small business owners learn how to build their own website using WordPress, all without writing a single line of code.
So that was a bit random. Why are we talking about bread and shoving it in front of our faces, Ben?
Because today we're talking about repurposing your content in the same way that you can repurpose a loaf of bread into a sandwich, into toast, or a strange bread head.
We are going to talk you through what repurposing is,
Why you should do it.
and how you should best do it for your business to save you some time.
Let's make sandwiches.
I'm really excited about this episode because repurposing for me is like a massive win for a blog strategy. It is like probably one of the best blog strategies you could possibly have. We're going to tell you a bit more about what it is because it's a game changer.
And absolutely. And we're actually doing some repurposing here now, aren't we? Because you wrote a blog post earlier in the week about this topic, about repurposing your content. And here we are repurposing it as a video. So we're actually practicing what we preach here.
Exactly. And we've done it in multiple other places as well, which we're going to move on to later when we get to the how. But for now, we're going to concentrate on telling you what it is. And obviously, Ben, with his bread, kind of explained it with an analogy. But repurposing content is basically having a piece of content that you can take apart and use into lots of other tiny bits of content.
Absolutely. And you can use them in different places as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Different mediums.
It's like your content having babies, isn't it? It's
so.
like content babies.
Yes. Yes. And content reproduction, in fact.
It's content reproduction, yeah. But changing it, like you said, changing it so that it works on different platforms and
for different audiences, maybe.
Audiences. Yeah, exactly. So we can do that really easily, but we're going to talk about why that's a good strategy to take first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, it's because it's a massive time saver, isn't it? And it's not reinventing the wheel every time you post a bit of content. It's using what you already have and repurposing it and to be used in a new way. And that's going to save you time.
Massively saves you time. And I think the other good thing that it does is it keeps your message consistent. So if you've got a theme for the week, a certain topic that you're talking about, if that same message is being put out on your blog, on your newsletter, in your socials, that same thing that you're hammering home, your audience is going to see it in one of those places, if not more places.
Yeah. And it's highly unlikely they're going to see all of the content, isn't it? One person won't see all of it, but they probably they'll see it at least once, and they might see it 2 or 3 times in different places. And if that's the case, it's just reinforcing your message, multiple times, isn't it? And it's because you're not just repeating yourself; you're saying it in a different way or through a different medium. They're getting it in different ways. It's not boring in it, is it?
Because I think I'm sure someone said to us before about how many times someone has to see your content before they actually react to it, or they might buy from you or something like that. And I can't remember what it is.
There's different schools of thought, isn't it?
It's a higher number than you think
for stuff, but I think I think it might have gone up. Yeah, I think it's gone up actually.
So, I think it's gone up
because we've got more used to seeing more and more content. We consume so much more than we did. So it's probably gone up. So it is about revenue. Yeah, because
we've kind of got blinkers onto content, haven't we? But like you said, there's so much of it that's out there. So if you've just posted one piece of content it's getting lost in the void. Whereas if your face or your Canva mock-up or whatever you've done as your piece of content, if that keeps popping up in various different places, people can't help but notice you after a while.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. And there is so much noise out there. It's about how do you cut through that noise, and it is actually about volume at the end of the day. And I was out networking earlier in the week, and a couple of people said to me, I see you everywhere on social media, because there is something going out every day, whether it's a post, whether it's a link to a blog post, whether it's an actual social media post, or whether it's one of these videos, or because we cut up these videos as well, so there's lots of it's sliced and diced, isn't it? And they see me all the time, and they're not watching it all the time. Of course they're not. They're not hanging on my every word, but they are seeing me repeatedly, and they're probably more likely to consume at least some of what I'm saying and digest it. So that's why it's so powerful, isn't it?
Yeah. And I guess some people might argue, well, why can't I just share the same bit of content multiple times? And it just doesn't hit in the same way, does it?
No, that does look like you're sort of banging someone over the head with a bit of with a bit of bread, maybe.
With a bit of bread. And it's spammy, isn't it? When you're doing it like that, it's full on spam. It's just, and I don't think like the social media platforms, if you're sharing the same content, they're not even going to share it as much as if you've been sharing different content.
No, they won't.
Because they're going to see it as, well, we've already done that. We're not going to share that again.
Yeah. And you're not going to get, no one's going to, if you're sharing fresh content, you're going to get likes and comments and shares. But if you're sharing it 3-4 times, no one's going to be liking it the 4th time, are they? So it just won't. No. So you don't do that. That's
if anything, it's going to make you lose followers, because people are going to be like, really?
Yeah. Don't do that. Some people might like reading a long form blog post. Some people prefer a snippet in social media or an email. Other people prefer watching a video or listening to a podcast. People communicate differently and actually consume content differently, and you need to actually, that's another reason for doing it, isn't it, along with the time and the consistency.
And also there could be like, if your ultimate aim is that you want more people going to your website to read your blog, by making small little snippets on Facebook or wherever, like you've said, you're going to attract those other audiences. If you just kind of hint at your blog post in a social post, that should be enough to then lure them over to your website. And you've drawn in traffic to where you want it to go, if that is your your main goal. And that's what repurposing content can do. It is going to attract that other audience to where you want to take them. You're kind of like luring them in, aren't you, with your repurposed content?
Indeed. And so mentioning a blog post during this video would be a perfect way of doing that, which we already have, of course.
Go check out my blog post. Go check out my blog post on repurposing content, and I will drop the link in the description. So we've covered the what and why. Let's talk about how, because this is the biggest subject.
It is. This is the meat and potatoes, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, I love that phrase, meat and potatoes. It's the meat and potatoes. Because I would recommend, like, you might be thinking, where do I start then? Like, which piece of content do I actually start with? What's my loaf of bread?
Yeah, and we agree on this, don't we? We both agree.
Yeah, we do agree with this, because this is both the strategy that we take with this, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Our loaf of bread would be a blog post, because the blog post is your long form piece of content. It's the thing that's going to have the most words in it. It's going to take you the longest to do, without doubt. It's going to be the hardest thing to do, without doubt, because that's the thing that takes your research and your primary effort at the beginning. But once you've got that blog post, happy days. What can you do with it, Ben?
Well, you can do all manner of things. You could promote it in your regular email newsletter, but also kind of summarize it or come at it from a slightly different perspective in your email newsletter. And you can, your tone of voice might be different in an email newsletter, because you're sort of talking one-to-one to someone effectively. So that's a primary example, but there's obviously a handful of different things. The social media thing is the obvious.
So many. The social media one, because if you think every platform that you go on, like how you chat on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, they're all very different styles of writing or video content, because you know, you can break up a blog post into and make it into like an Instagram reel by a very short video, or you can even take static screenshots and do it as a carousel post. Still making the points that you're making in your blog post, but making it shorter for shorter attention spans, because some people aren't going to sit there and read a whole blog post, but they're interested in what you've got to say.
And you don't have to link back to your blog post every time either, do you? Not at all, because it is about repetition and getting your message out there consistently, and repeatedly, and
providing value.
Providing
value to your
bottom
audience
line, isn't it? Exactly. And it does allow you, same as I said with the email newsletter, it does allow you to come at things from a different perspective each time and just say something a bit different, not just simply repeating what you've said in the original blog post.
Definitely. And like you mentioned this a little bit earlier, so this video that we do every week for YouTube, go check out the other videos, because they're all sat there in a bank, and subscribe if you like.
Definitely subscribe, yes.
So this video that we do, we break it down. Well, we don't personally, we put it in a bit of software called Opus, and it breaks it down into little clips, little social media clips, and you can choose the time, can't you? So it can be like a 30 seconds clip right up to, I don't know, 5, 10, you can choose. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think 5 minutes, I think it's 5 or 6 minutes you can do.
And then it automatically picks 10 clips, the main important points from the video really, and makes them into these little snippets with captions that you can then just download and share to your social media. So we do that on our Facebook pages. You then just have to write a caption, which shouldn't take you that long, and you're including the link to the video in it. And that's it. We've got however many days worth of social media content, all from this video.
It's 17 clips it makes, and we don't use all of those. We just pick the ones
you pick the best.
You pick the ones that's going to have impact, really, and attention grabbing, really, and helping you make your point, really. And it's done intelligently. It's done cleverly, isn't it? It's using AI, obviously, but it's not just randomly clipping stuff. It's not just randomly creating clips. It's doing it so that they make sense, and they've largely got a beginning and an end. Yeah,
exactly. And what we're also intending on doing, we're in the process of kind of doing this at the moment, is using these YouTube videos and converting them into a podcast. Because we're very aware that not everyone is going to sit down and watch a video, whereas a lot more people, more so these days, in fact, are quite happy if they're driving in the car, they can listen to it. If they're going for a run, walking the dog, so many instances where they can listen to the content we're giving. And all we need to do is convert this video into an audio file.
Yeah, absolutely. We just strip out the audio. There might be some stuff, like people doing weird stuff with bread doesn't really work in a sort of audio environment, does it?
That is true.
So the visual
but
gags,
we can cut those bits out.
And I guess as we do that, we'll think about the podcast a bit more, won't we, in terms of how we create the content, because we'll have to bear that in mind when we're making this. But it is essentially the meat and potatoes will stay the same.
Exactly.
It's a food theme this week, isn't it?
There is a food theme. We're getting near Easter, which is a hungry month. And the fact of the matter is, if you have that original main content, so as we both said, we like that to be our blog post. You've then got so much stuff from it. Like we've mentioned the email list, socials we've mentioned, podcast, video, like infographics I talk about in
infographics,
and not many people really know about them. They're just like static kind of, they're graphics, aren't they? But they're way more eye-catching, and you could shove something like that on Pinterest, for example.
You can, I mean, they're a visual way of illustrating data, really. So if you've got rather than showing an Excel table of some raw data, you turn it into something which is visually interesting. And there is software out there that will do this for you. So and then you can share it online. So it's just another way of repurposing your content.
You're just getting more mileage out of your work. And so that means so you're best off bundling your blog post writing with all your content writing. You should just dedicate some time to getting all your content done at that one time, so that you're not spreading it thinly in this like scattergun approach of just not really knowing what you're doing with it. If you've got a theme of that one blog post, it just keeps you on track.
It does. And I think also when you're writing long form like that, it's a way of, that's when you sort of articulate stuff, isn't it? It's when you're actually generating the ideas, and as you're doing that, you'll come up with ways to use it to repurpose it, I think, actually during that process. Definitely.
And it's always a good idea when you first sit down and write that blog post to have in the back of your mind that you're intending to repurpose it, so that then you know where you can go with it.
Yeah. Very much so. Very much so.
I would also like to say as well that with repurposing content, it doesn't always have to be new stuff. So don't think that I've got to sit down and write a new blog post and then do it. If you've had blog posts on your website for a while now, perhaps they've just been sat there, a bit stagnant, you've fallen off the wagon with it, they're there, you're not really that happy with them. Go back in and repurpose them. Repurpose it for your own blog, like update them, add, if it's slightly out of date with old stats in there or broken links, go back and give it a glam up, basically, and repurpose it.
And you should actually, I think we're going to do a video on this, aren't we? Further down the line about evergreen content. So when you're creating new content, think about how your content might last, even if it has to be updated, because Google loves evergreen content. It really does. And then you can come back and update it and reshare it. And that's, as you say, it's just another form of repurposing. But we could talk about evergreen content quite a lot.
That'll be a whole video, won't it?
Yeah, it will do.
We'll explain that more. Repurposing also allows you to learn which pieces of your content works and what doesn't work. So we both know how really annoying it can be if you've spent ages coming up with what you think is a really good social media post. You've poured your heart and soul into it, and you think it's amazing. Then you put it on there and literal nothing.
That's soul destroying.
It's soul destroying.
Yeah.
The thing with repurposing content is you've already got your content there. You're just grabbing bits from it. So then if it flops, it's taken you very little effort, and okay, they don't want that. Let's take a different bit from it and try that, and that might work. So it's kind of like a real trial and error system that you can do.
Trial and error, test and measure, isn't it? You find out what works, and actually then when you come to create your next bit of content, you've learned something because you know what works and what doesn't work.
Exactly. So it means you don't need to create your content from scratch.
Yeah, and nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. It's all part of the learning curve. So we should talk about a little bit about the tools that we use to help us do this. And we've already mentioned Opus, haven't we? I think it's worth mentioning Canva, which is, I have the free version of Canva for just knocking out graphics that you can use. The infographics we talked about earlier, you can do all that sort of stuff in Canva. It's really, really user friendly. Check it out. We'll put the links for that in the description below. There's an excellent WordPress plugin called Revive Social, which allows you to automatically share any new blog posts to all your various social media channels, but you can craft them individually for each channel. So you're not sharing the same thing everywhere, and you could share it multiple times to the same platform actually, and have it slightly different each time. That's a really good plugin to look out for. There's a free version of that. I will stick the link for that in this description as well. We've covered just about everything about repurposing. We now know what it is,
and why you need it for your business to keep it nice and streamlined,
and also how you go about doing it.
So that's everything this week. Next week, we are going to be talking about the key essential things you need on your website.
And next month, we're actually going to be going on location and sitting in the same room talking to each other rather than doing it via a screen. So that's exciting. We're going to do a couple of episodes on location. So that's all coming up.
Yeah. If you have got any questions, or if you've got any suggestions of videos you would like us to do in future, please leave us a comment, and remember to like, share and subscribe.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Please watch our other videos.
And if you really did enjoy watching us, because of course you did, you can subscribe to our channel and remember to follow us on our socials. The links will be below. Lupus! I'm covered in crumbs. I'm proper cracking myself up about an idea I've just had that will make you look like an idiot. You won't
I don't have to try very. We don't have to try very hard with that, do we?
Yeah, and would that fit on your head?
Yes. What do you think?
Does it bread a helmet?
Just a minute. You put your dirty hat on that bread, and now
no one's going to know.
Eat it. But I've got video evidence of you telling me to do this, so I can just blame you if this comes back to bite me in the arse. Which, you know, this is so random. Is it obviously bread? Yes. Okay.
Oh God, I can't see.
It's because you got some bread in front of your face.
And put on a bread voice. And then, whatever bread was.
Put on a bread voice. What's a bread voice? Oh yeah.
Like, a little bit muffled and crummy.
Okay.
Like,
you've stumbled over your words.
I nearly said peace again. That's why.
You said a loaf of bread.
I did. Yes.
Loaf.
Damn you for noticing. Ashamed of myself. Sat here with a slice of bread over my face. Bird buffet down here.
Oh my God.
Crumbs are falling off my glasses. Just lob it.
I can't. I'm not lobbing the.
You and that bread are so precious. Take off the mask because they might not know it's me behind there.
No, they might not.
I forgot what I'm talking about. Ah! Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
What's going on?
That's incredible.
Goodbye.